Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Let's look at the setup here this morning for the market. Stock futures are mixed. Dow futures are higher, S&P 500 futures are higher, NASDAQ futures are lower. Okay, all well and good. Let's take a gander over at the debt market. 10-year yield 1.24. Okay, so we came up a little bit. It's way too early to see if this has stabilized. If you look over at the dollar right now, which is a little stronger, despite yesterday's rally, there appears to be some fear left in the market. Okay, we got crude oil getting bid higher right now. So again, let's look at it. Stock futures are higher but mixed. 10-year yield, I'm reluctant, again, to say that it's stable here. We need to see. We got the dollar higher, and we got crude oil higher. So, I wouldn't say this is a great setup for the market this morning, especially with the stronger dollar. It looks like there's still a little fear. But to me, when I see that, what does it tell me? If there's still fear in the market, okay, when people get fearful, that's when you know it is time to buy stocks. I don't know another way to put that. I'm just trying to keep all of you on the right side of this. Yes, we all know that the market is a freak show, makes no sense, it's totally distorted, it's twisted, it's in a hyper bubble on the back of debt bubble, but that does not mean it's not going up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right here and now, new record highs are coming for this market in short order. In short order, period. So just get ready for it. I don't want you to miss the boat. You understand? All right. Let's look at a few other things. Cryptocurrencies right now are getting bid higher pretty much across the board. Gold and silver right now are kind of mixed. Gold is under a little pressure. Silver catching a bid. Could you imagine just for a split second if we had a real market in this inflationary environment? I mean, this is historic, right? Meanwhile, gold and silver's price remains suppressed, despite the fact that both gold and silver, via the derivative, upside down, have put on substantial gains in just the last, let's say, 6 months. But again, there's no price discovery, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. They're going to play their game. We will continue to play our game, betting against the debt hyper bubble, realizing everything is just a twisted, disgusting, vomitous mess. Period. The freaking end. And it's not going to stop. Look, there are people, I wake up this morning, Greg, you're wrong this time. The market's going lower. I hear the same thing. I explain to all of you that the dip would get bought, and it did. I don't know how many times I have to sit here and prove myself that what I'm saying is correct over the last whole bunch of years. I am not wrong here. If you understand the fear trade, which I beat to death yesterday, I'm covering here today. Look at that 10-year yield. Watch the dollar. If the 10-year yield is dropping, okay, it's still a little low here. You got a stronger dollar. Knee-jerk, that is a fear trade. And then looking over at crude oil. Look, these indicators that I love to use, the unholy trinity, these are not infallible, but they are, for the most part, correct. All right, nothing is infallible. This market is all about speculation. You understand? I'm a speculator. If you're a trader, if you're a lion, you're a speculator too. If you choose not to be in the market, you're still speculating on life. Like you're going to walk out the door and everything's just going to be fine. What happens if it's not? Life is a guess. Life is a guessing game to a large degree, no matter what you do. And you got to keep yourself on the right side of it, no matter what you do. I don't know another way to put that either. Anyway, the situation is what it is. We have the mainstream media outlets pushing as hard as they possibly can, along with our politicians, this this new thing that's going around, the new version of it. And there's going to be more new versions of it. Understand, the mission here is to get whatever is in that syringe in your body, okay? And they're going to play this up, however they're going to play it up, to get more people to accept, again, whatever is in that thing. And whatever, look, we're all adults around here. Make up your own mind. Know what you're doing there too. In life, period, the end, you must know what you're doing and why you are doing it. Everything, no matter what you do, why you're going to bed, why you're waking up in the morning, why you're eating whatever food you're eating, understanding the mechanism behind that too. Keep you pumped full of sugars and carbs. So you need to remain on diabetic medications, antihypertensives. I mean, this whole thing is a scam from the upside down, backwards, and sideways. Not just creating debt slave, but creating legions of ill people to keep the big pharmaceutical companies, making windfall profits, keeping people broke so they continue to borrow and borrow and borrow. So the banks will do well. I mean, come on, people, nothing is what it seems. I told you that a million times. But some of you, it seems, just don't get it. Anyway, people, so the story this morning, pretty simple. We have what looks like a mixed open for futures. The fear trade still remains. Let's see what happens here today. If the market decides to give back some gains from yesterday, it's a buying opportunity. If the market goes higher today, that's a buying opportunity too, because the fear trade remains. Take advantage of the fear trade. Take advantage of this hyper bubble in debt. The fact that central banks are going to continue to buy it all, to hyperinflate. I told all of you for many years ago that the goal of the central banks and Wall Street banks is to continue to create slaves. With regard to central banks, they're going to hyperinflate. Federal Reserve's balance sheet, $8.2 trillion and counting, it's going to be much, much higher in a very short period of time. And that means the stock market's going up, regardless of what happens in the economy. We have the economy collapsing, mortgage applications falling off of a cliff this morning. I mean, wherever you want to look. I mean, debts, deficits exploding, budget deficits. I mean, the second highest in history. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop when you have a central bank literally buying it all. And nobody, except you and I, want to do a damn thing about it. Like our representatives, they lick the feet, literally, and they kiss the rear end of the Fed chairperson. Thank you for your service, sir. No real questions about, hey, why is the Fed continuing to issue debt through one door and then buy it back through another? They're running their inflation creation machine, people. They've been doing this for the longest time. Now we're seeing it manifest itself. And again, Fed Chair Powell doesn't care about inflation. He says it's not widespread. Duh. He is so wrong. But again, you must be lied to. Again, you must be lied to by the new government, by the new world order that is looking to mislead you and lead you down every wrong path that you can possibly imagine with regard to food, with regard to everything, okay, becoming a debt slave. I mean, it's a crazy environment. It really, really is, but there's, you can escape it by having a few functioning brain cells and realize what's going on around you, people. That's all I have to say. All right, look, kind of a long video. I try to keep these morning reports a little short. But this is an important one, I think. Please share it. Get it out there. Love you a lot. See you later.